anyone who goes to any of the Planet Fitnesses in Baton Rouge, if you happened to spot me and spot me filming, please know it's nothing to do with anybody else. I'm doing it for me. So I just pulled up to the gym. I'm gonna go in a minute. I need to make sure I've got my headphones and everything squared away. One thing I do want to, I guess, say to preface here, I am going to film a couple of clips while I'm in there. They will be of me and no one else. I know there was a big controversy online in the last year or so. Plenty of people film their workouts, but these particular women were going in and filming their workouts, hoping that a dude would come up and try to spot, try to help, or look like they were trying to touch them or flirt with them, so that they could turn around and berate this man and post it online and get a bunch of clicks and likes and follows and comments and ride the algorithm train. Don't ruin something that other people are doing for the sake of their own fitness and well-being just because you want to get internet famous. Because if I film it, it keeps me accountable. At least today it does. I am home and I'm about to make breakfast. And my phone has decided that today is the day it's going to give me problems about running out of storage. I have not had issues with this in literal years. And now suddenly I'm having issues with it now. It seems to be a combination of photos and videos as well as apps, so I will probably need to just go delete a bunch of crap. Ramble no! Delete a bunch of crap, but I will deal with that in a moment. Right now I need food, because while it was only 20 minutes and I was only walking, I was wearing the sweatshirt the whole time, so I was warmer and working up a sweat more easily than I would have otherwise. So let's get some breakfast. So AccuTemp came by. They've got it fixed for now, though they talked with mom because she gave them her number for any of like the bigger stuff, and she's gonna go ahead and replace whatever thing was malfunctioning in the first place. So she's gonna be in talks with them about that. But the heater's fixed. It already is starting to feel less cold in the house, and the dogs are all settling back down now that there aren't two strangers in the house. I also did get a bunch of space cleared on my phone. I really just had to go through and delete all of my old videos. I deleted a bunch of old voice recordings in the voice memo app that I no longer needed or that weren't useful, because I've been recording all of our D&D games, and it's gotten to the point where I really need to sit down and offload all those recordings, because that's what's taking like half of the taken space is all of those recordings, especially because they're hours long. I will be doing that. I was holding off on, I've been trying to bundle up and keep warm because it's been not terribly cold, but pretty chill in the house. Like I kept getting goosebumps. I went and like put a second sweatshirt on, and I've got my pajama pants over the pants I was working out in. And I was holding off on showering until the heater was fixed, and thus the guys were gone. So I will probably shower in a little bit. I'm so cozy now. Currently lurking in Southern Mama 761's Twitch chat, and I'm about to start on another episode of Vox Machina. I think I'm on 32? No, I'm on 34. Race to the Ziggurat. I'll watch a bit of that. I'll go shower at some point. It's raining outside, which is part of what's making it feel so much colder and making it more difficult to get anything significant done. Oh, that's right, I was gonna show you guys packing stuff. Let me do this. Oh, where did I put it? There it is. This is the book that I use. It's called How to Pack by Hitha Polepu, and she travels a bunch for whatever she does in her work, and so she came up with essentially, formula makes it sound stricter than it is, but basically she has this like 7-day packing timeline. You don't need to plan any further ahead than that, but there's all kinds of information about the different classifications of bags. She goes through the different sorts of things to consider, like whether or not you're checking your bag and what your priorities are there. Basically going through all of the different concerns for traveling in various modes and what to consider for doing that. And she mostly takes the approach that you're probably flying, and when you're flying and dealing with baggage policies for airlines and airplanes, you often have to be much more compact, you have to be much more choosy about what you bring. So if you apply the same logic to any other trip, you're good to go, because especially if you're driving and you have a large car, you're gonna have a lot more space in that car. People aren't gonna be nearly as cramped. It goes over all sorts of things that are useful to have sort of pre-packed in some regards. The idea of having a packing station in your house where you keep all of your travel bags and accessories that like only pertain to traveling and packing together. And then this is the formula thing. So like how she goes about figuring out how much of undergarments to bring. It can vary depending on your lifestyle. And then toward the back, she's got this packing list template. There's even multiple copies that you can tear out because they are perforated. I just took the concept and moved it into Microsoft Word and then into Google Docs so that I could just type it out, and that way I don't have to pull pages out of the book. But I have found it really helpful because I'm that person whose mentality to a fault is I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it, which often meant I was overpacking because I was bringing way more shit than I was ever actually going to need or use. Because of that, I would start packing pretty early because I get really excited about trips, but that also made me sit and think for too long about everything I was bringing, and I would get too excited and yada yada yada. So it has helped me a lot to not overpack, and I'm still bringing too much, but it's not nearly as bad as it used to be. So if you have issues when it comes to making the time to pack for a trip or making the decisions of what to bring, I would definitely recommend it. And I showed you last night a little bit of the actual packing list, and if people have more questions, I can go over it again in the future, but I'm not sure, like, I'm just pulling out a bag and making a packing list. It's not as interesting as, say, actually packing the clothing, so that'll be on another day. But yeah, I fell asleep on the couch for like an hour, had some lunch, went and picked up Chris, came back home, fed the dogs, showered. We went over to Paige and Connor's house because he was playing Strahd with them. I just kind of hung out in the background reading Poe for a while. Finally finished The Mystery of Marie Verger, which was way too fucking long. And then immediately after was a short story. It's called A Morning in Awissa something. I'll put the text on the screen of what it actually is, which was nice because there was actually a paragraph or so espousing the beauty of Louisiana at one point. So that was really nice to read. So the next one is Telltale Heart. I'm just about to finish the episode of Vox Machina I was watching earlier. There's like less than a minute left at this point, and then I'm gonna go to bed. So it's been a chill birthday. If by chill that means doing basically nothing of note. I mean, not nothing of note. I saw friends, but they were all preoccupied with other things. So, because they're trying to finish up this Strahd game before two of them have a baby, because babies take a lot of time out of your schedule. But yeah, yay for being 29, I guess. I don't know. Going out on about the same note that a lot of these videos have been in the first place, since I will be heading to bed soon. This not only concludes episode 16, but the end of YuleVlog for 2023-2024, and we'll see what the future brings as far as this series or anything like it. But I hope you've enjoyed not just this episode, but the series as a whole. I do have other YuleVlog videos from previous years. I think what I may do is put all of the YuleVlogs together into one playlist later this year, just to declutter my playlist section a little bit. But now that I'm done with this, once it's edited and posted, I can move on to other content, because multitasking content, when some of that content is something you have to sit down and edit every single day, it doesn't work. What may happen in the future is me vlogging a little bit over a period of time and putting out one video at the end. We'll see. I hope you all have a wonderful night and a wonderful rest of your 2024. I will see you again very, very soon. Next video should be up on the 11th. I might miss the 13th, but there will be a video on the 11th. And the content train is going to slow down now that I'm not doing the daily vlogs. I'll wish you all a good night, and I will see you all again in the next video. Thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please click that like button below. And while you're down there, and if you want to stay up to date on all of my content, click that red subscribe button and the notification bell next to it, and turn on all notifications so you never miss a thing. If you'd like to see more YuleVlog content, I have the playlist linked in the cards and in the doobly-doo, where you can watch all of this year's series. I will link in the description the other years of YuleVlog so that you can go back and watch those if you are so interested. If you'd like to see where I'm active on other other social media planes. You can also find in the Dibble Dabble my Linktree portal, which contains access to my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, website, Rumble, and my Patreon. Speaking of, I, as always, would like to give a very special thanks to my incredible coven of patrons who continue to be my biggest supporters, especially Candle members Mitchell and Unimportant. And if you, dear viewer, would like to join their ranks, again, check that link tree in the descriptive tome for my Patreon, where pledges start at $1 a month. Thanks again. Have a wonderful night, and I'll see you all again very soon. Keep aiming, my loves. Mwah.